guys, so welcome to my Q&A. A couple of weeks ago I asked some of you guys to ask me some really good questions about what does life on the race look like, and I got some questions, so let's answer them. Okay, the first question is, what does your sleeping and bathing and cooking look like this month? So this month is all squad month, and if you've been on the race, it can be a little tricky. So I'm living with 50 something people in one house. So my team got one room where 7 of us are sleeping, and I got the floor this month, which is not bad because I have my sleeping mat, but it can be a little frustrating. Your back does hurt after a little while, but it's not as bad as I expected. Bathing, we got lucky. We actually have real showers, and honestly, it's things like this that will make your month, like warm, real awesome showers. So it's been really good. Cooking, we got an outside balcony kitchen, which is okay, it's not that bad, and it was kind of pretty cool to be able to cook this month on our own. What is the most difficult part of the world race so far? What is the easiest? So the most difficult part, at least for me, has been vulnerability. Opening up some parts of my story that I didn't know I was struggling with sharing with people, and learning that it's okay to share. It's okay to tell people those extra couple of things that I always wanted to keep, because it also makes us closer. It brings and unifies the body of Christ, and so that's been really cool to do. The easiest has honestly been being able to just get to know my team. I thought it was going to be difficult to live with 7 people, but it's been a lot easier living in community than I expected. So that's been really cool to be able to do that. Why the world race? The world race was something that I looked into, and other mission trips that are a month or a week or two, you get to experience a lot of good things, but before you get to the hard things, you actually get to come home. With the world race, you have no option. You have 11 months where you're living with people in community 24/7. You're doing ministry with them. You are having to face a lot of things that usually you don't have to. And so it's been hard, it's been difficult, but it has taught me so much about myself and what the Lord is wanting to teach me in this season. So the world race is really a place where you really have to let the raw and real show. Like, you can't hide it, and you are gonna have to face the reality of where you at and let either God work or stay stubborn. And so that's one of the reasons why I chose the world race, and it has been a great journey so far. So yeah, that's why I chose the world race. What are the best things and worst things you've eaten so far? Okay, so my team, or some of my teammates, are gonna say that they love this. I, on the other hand, did not. The worst thing that I've ate has to be this gizzard and gut kind of thing. They had liver and gizzards and all these chicken body parts, and it was a curry that our cook that in India made for us, and for me it was the worst thing that I had. I did not like it, but everybody else liked it, so that was honestly the worst thing for me. I did not like it. So yeah, that was the worst thing I've had. I feel like there's more to come. You know, it's the world race and it's only month 2. The best things that I've had, I would have to say, our last day in India, our translator Shilpa, forever be in my heart, I love that woman, shout out. She and her family took us to go to this really awesome restaurant, and we got to have some of the best chicken biryani that I've had, and I love chicken biryani. So honestly, that was the best thing I've had, was that chicken biryani from that one restaurant. Yeah, it was really good. So that's the worst thing. Why did you pick your specific route versus another? That is a really good question. So I picked my specific route because I wanted to go to some Latin American countries because, you know, I speak Spanish. I'm Hispanic. And I was like, oh, that'd be easy. I'll understand the language. But God had other plans for me. He pretty much told me that I needed to go to countries that I didn't know the language, and to see him work without me knowing what was happening, and see that he can work through language barriers. So the only route that didn't have any Latin American countries was the current route that I am in Squad. And so I have to learn to be obedient. It's been difficult, but it's been really good to be able to see God work through those language barriers. And I see why he made me choose this route. It's been an incredible journey so far, and I can't wait to see what the rest looks like. So that's why I chose this specific route. How do you work around not knowing the language? Okay, that's a good one. God bless translators. Seriously, translators are lifesavers. So we've been blessed with having translators. So each country that we've been to, which is only India and Nepal, we've had the opportunity to have translators, and they've been amazing at translating what we need, and also showing us a couple words so that we could share the gospel with people. And so learning a little bit of words and having translator is the way to go. If participants speak more Spanish than English, is it okay what level of English has to have to participate on the world race? So yeah, being Hispanic, it's a little bit difficult. I speak pretty good English because I grew up speaking English for the majority of my life. But to be on the world race, like, as long as you're able to communicate with your squad leaders, your squad mates, and your leadership, and like, you should be good. Like, just know a good amount of English, and I think God could definitely use you. You don't have to know these elaborate words, because I still struggle with it. And I'm learning that it's okay that I don't know as much English as I thought I did. So honestly, like, you could go to the World Race website, ask those questions. They have a little tab where it says, like, you can email us and ask questions. Like, ask some questions, because I really don't know much, but I also do know that there's fusion routes. I do know that there's been people who have gone whose language, their English isn't like super great. So I know you definitely can go. If God is calling you, he will make the way, and he can definitely use you through language barriers. Like I said, like, there are translators and there are people who will help you, and God will definitely use you. Don't be afraid. Ask the questions, and I mean, as long as you have a pretty good, know a pretty good amount of English, you should be good. But I would go ahead and ask, what are the blessings and challenges of living in community? So what are the blessings and challenges of living in community? This is our last question, and this is a good one. So living in community could be amazing. I love that I have people that keep me accountable when I tell them, like, hey, next month I don't want to drink any soda, so please keep me accountable to, like, if you see me going for a soda, smack it out of my hand. Just kidding. Just tell me not to drink it. But are people who will call me out of love because they want to see me be the best version of who God created me to be. So that is amazing to have that community there for you, to have people to push you to be the best version of yourself who God has called you to be. The challenges of living in community is that you really don't get a lot of time to yourself. It is really hard, especially like this month. It's an old squad month. I'm living with 50 something people in one house, and it's really hard to get a couple of minutes to yourself. You go to the coffee shop that you think nobody knows about, and it's just your coffee shop, it's your secret place. I'm pretty sure like 30% of your squad will be there trying to get internet, and it's just, being alone is really hard. Thank you guys so much for these awesome questions. We're gonna be doing more Q&A. Like, feel free to ask me all the questions that you guys want, and I'll definitely do another one in Vietnam. All of these were awesome, so ask questions. Like, tell me like what you guys want to know. Ask me the really tough questions, because I'm here to answer them. Like, that's what I'm here for. So thank you guys, and yeah, I can't wait to answer more questions for you. Bye.